Will the housing market keep cooling off? Experts weigh in. Guys, this is an amazing article. This is basically quotes from real estate professionals, real estate agents, mortgage brokers, letting us know what they're seeing, on their local market. It's really, really good. If you're in the market of buying a house, selling a house, or if you're in the rental market, this article really has great information. So let's jump in real quick. Check this out. We have this Van from Phoenix real estate agent at Redfin. He says, "We've been so used to 3 and 4% rates. It shocked everyone when we went to 5.5 and 6%. Phoenix grew from 4,000 listings on average to 18,000. Wow, that's insane. That's a teller that buyers are entering the market again. I think since it's not front and center in the news, people are getting accustomed to it. Now, that's a huge, going from 4,000 listings to 18,000 listings. That's a huge increase. So this should start seeing prices somewhat coming down in the Phoenix area. Now let's jump over to Pam. She is a Raleigh real estate agent at Redfin. She says, inventory is still an issue, but the shift we've seen in the past 2 months has been drastic. No one could wrap their head around just how much buyers pulled back, and they're being a lot more selective. Homes were selling within the first 3 days a few months ago. Now they're sitting in the market on average. Now they're sitting for 3 weeks on average. Rates definitely are impacting that. That's insane. Imagine a few months ago they were selling in 3 days. Now it's taking them 3 weeks to sell. That's a clear indicator that we went drastically from a seller's market right into a buyer's market. So if we keep seeing, this is some of the cities with the biggest housing inventories. We got Phoenix, Austin, Texas, Raleigh, Nashville, Seattle, Tampa, Las Vegas, Dallas, Riverside, Sacramento. If you live in these cities, guys, you might still start seeing some real amazing price drops. You just got to really monitor it. Now, if we go down here to Danielle Hale, she's a chief economist at Realtor.com. She says, the number of homes on the market increasing is driven by two factors. More homeowners deciding it's a good time to sell, and buyers growing choosier and pausing their search because their budgets don't work with higher prices and higher mortgage rates. Again, this is a story we keep hearing. Mortgage rates went up, buyers are pulling back. When you have less buyers, more sellers, prices will come down. And she continues, the buyer moderation is likely to continue, but we may not see as much participation from homeowners deciding to sell going forward. That's something we've got our eye on. It will be big determinant of whether or not this trend continues. So like I've said in some previous videos, the issue that I'm seeing right now is that basically people are a little bit like homeowners that refied, homeowners that bought a while ago, they're not really looking to sell, even though the market is hot right now and it's all indications that it would be a great time to sell. People fear that we're going into a recession, and as a result, they just don't want to be out in the market. They don't want to give up their low interest rate to get into a more expensive house, because remember, we are in a bubble, just to end up paying more than what they're paying now. It's just not worth it. And with inflation again, people are just going to sit back and watch, to see what happens. So that we might have an inventory crunch, and we're just going to have to see how that plays out. But here, let me keep going. So here's Paul. He is a Chief Executive Officer and President of a mortgage company, Inlanta Mortgage, and he says, I think we're going to see this sideways flow. There's inventory continues to improve, but not dramatically. If interest rates stay in this range-bound inventory between 5 to 6%, that will keep the market cooled. So we might see inventory increases if the economy takes a downturn, if we start seeing low GDP growth. People might want to start selling because they might have to. Here's Brian Ross. He comes from another mortgage company. We don't see it grossly continuing because we don't have distressed sales that really affects inventory. We see a lot of sellers and buyers both holding out, and that's why transaction volume is low. But that's a poker game that's starting now. It's a Cold War kind of atmosphere. Everyone is just waiting to see who blinks first. I agree with this right now, but again, if we start seeing a downturn in the economy in other sectors, I think it's going to bleed into the housing market. And as a result, it's going to make the housing market crash. because more people would have to be forced to sell, increasing inventory, and you guys know how that goes. More inventory, less buyers, prices crash. Here's Paul, again from a mortgage company. I think a couple of things are going to chill the market and continue to improve it in favor of buyers. With the talk of recession and slightly higher interest rates, it should take some of the energy out of this and start chipping back towards a more normalized market. But I think this would have to be fairly significant and stay that way for some time. Yeah, we are. It seems like things are normalizing. The only issue is that I feel like we're definitely in a bubble. And as long as we're in a bubble and, the communities can't afford to live in the neighborhoods in which they live, we are most likely going to see a big drop. Here's Danielle from Chief Economist at Realtor.com. We would need to get back to what we just saw just before the pandemic. The housing market wasn't perfectly balanced, but certainly much closer to balance than it is now. We're still about 44% in available listings from July 2019. So we are dealing with very, very low inventory. So basically, I'm going to have a link to this article down in the description below. The moral of the story is we have inventory issues. People are holding on to their houses. We have higher interest rates and we have fear of recessions. So basically, the inventory is somewhat starting to go up. It's kind of creeping. Houses are sitting on the market longer, but we're still dealing with massive shortages. And as long as we have those shortages, guys, it's a supply and demand, situation. If there's low supply, it will keep those prices up. And like I said in previous videos, if the economy does slow down, if we do enter a recession, if companies have weak holiday sales, it will impact it will hit the stock market first. And remember, there's a lot of companies right now, like Blackstone, who are in the business of, real estate, especially in single family homes. So the stock market starts crashing. Those companies obviously are going to start crashing. And, that it might be the catalyst to see, people basically are going to have to, sell their house because of financial problems. And then we could definitely start seeing inventories rise. Buyers, we're going to have less and less buyers because we're going to be in a recession type of economy, and that could definitely bring down the prices quite a bit. But again, with inflation, we're going to have to see how that all weighs in. And the feds unfortunately are going to have to be very, very aggressive if they want to bring down inflation, because inflation it's not something that you could turn on and off. I mean, it's something that drags on, and we're going to start feeling the effects of that. I think this was a really great article. It really does outline what is the problem out in the mortgage, industry right now. I'm going to tell you a quick story. I know it's bad when my realtor starts calling me, right? I haven't heard from my realtor in like 2 years, and now he starts calling me basically every other week. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I haven't been picking up the phone because I know what he needs. I'm not looking to buy right now, and I'm not looking to sell, so I don't really need to talk to him. But I know how things are right now, and when realtors start calling, when realtors start going through their Rolodex and see what's going on, start filling out their clients, that things are slowing down quite a bit. So, and I'm seeing it here where I live. Now, I think it's really interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this video. I want to say thank you so much for everyone who has been watching my videos and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you guys for all the likes and all the comments. If you're new to my channel and you like my videos, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button and go ahead and like and leave a comment. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.